It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm going to start this off by saying something very puncy and entitled. Do you mind?
Not at all.
Well,
Is this about your Ming vase collection?
no, they're so old.
Your Fabergé egg collection?
Sometimes when I fly for work,
Yep.
I'm lucky enough to be able to fly business class.
You want to be in the business.
But,
When you're doing business, you need to be in business.
and I hate to say something like this, but it's hard when you're given the seat right at the front of the plane because you can't put your bags at your feet. It all has to go up the top. It all has to go up.
Right.
And I've got a dodgy elbow, all of that stuff. So my Fabergé egg collection, sometimes it's hard to lift. My anvil collection that I'm very fond of, is hard to put in the overhead locker
Maybe you
sometimes.
should just leave that stuff at home.
Do you think?
Oh,
Well,
maybe
what if
you
I
should.
need anvil number 4?
You never know if you need your anvil, I
I
suppose.
never will know. So that's a very punsy thing to say. But I like having somewhere to put my bag at my feet.
Fair enough.
And I know you can't just have it at your feet because there's a safety requirements on a plane. Has to go under the seat in front. What about this woman in China? She had a very expensive handbag, a Louis Vuitton handbag that costs about $3,000.
That's a lot for a handbag.
It is a lot for a handbag.
What makes it so good?
Maybe because it's by Louis Vuitton. It's probably made beautifully, but it's also a status symbol.
Yep.
And it looks great, all that stuff.
Has it got glow mesh on it?
No, because that would be a glow mesh bag.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, keep up.
I don't know my bags as well as I should.
Amen. But what happened was she sat down, she had her Louis Vuitton purse,
Yeah.
and she was holding it in her arms. And the flight attendants quite rightly said, a safety issue, you need to either put it up the top or put it under the seat in front. She refused to put it on the ground or to put it above her head.
I'd put it above my head straight away. There's less stains up there.
Why? What stains are down the thing? You wouldn't know what stains are above your head. You don't know what happens in there.
Feet go on the ground. There's less chance of there being stains. I'm just saying.
I know someone who had a bottle of water. Actually, I think it might have been Chris Brown. We're flying back from the Logies. Look, I don't want to besmirch him in case it wasn't him.
Okay, here we go.
And water started to drip out of water inside his bag and started to drip down through the overhead locker.
Yeah.
So none of those places are safe if you've got a very expensive $3,000 bag, but that's the decision you have to make because if you're going to be flying, you cannot keep it on your lap. She was in an economy seat. So she refused to put it under the seat in front or up the top. So at the end of ages, she was ignoring all the flight crew. She began to play on her phone, pretending she couldn't hear them, la, 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 la. She was forcibly marched off the flight. The flight, therefore, was delayed. Other passengers were clapping as she went.
Yeah.
The flight was delayed. Other connections weren't made. The knock-on financial effect of this was quite extraordinary. So she had this $3,000 bag. The flight she was on cost $110. So she was prepared to stuff that up
Yep.
for a $3,000 bag.
I guess that's what happens. Have you ever been on a plane? I was on a plane one time and the seat I was sitting in was broken.
And did you think, don't say it?
And the lady said, oh, you got to put your seat up, right? And I went, yep. And I went to put it up. I couldn't get it up, as it were. So I put my arm behind it, reefed it forward, but then it wouldn't stay in the upright
But you
position.
know that if you say something, they're going to delay the flight. All have to get your bags off.
Yep. So what I did, I just put my arm, I said, yeah, no worries, love. And I moved it forward.
They love being spoken to like that.
I moved it forward. So when she walked past and did that check, you know when they do the check?
Yeah.
She went, I'm good, everything seems to be in order.
Except that man's arm's broken.
So it was like this.
And he called me love.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to be stuck. I would rather risk death on a plane than be stuck on the tarmac or deplaned and put onto another plane.
I think so too. But it's not our decision to make. If there's a technical issue, you don't know the complexity of it. Oh, there's no window. Doesn't matter. I'll just get a nice fresh breeze. Next, you're being sucked out. Because I didn't want to complain.
I remember one time an overhead locker wouldn't shut and they're mucking around for ages. And I said, why don't you just get some gaffer tape and tape it up? And they went, no. And then we've got to get a technician. They got a technician. They flew a technician from another place to get to the plane. So we were there for 45 minutes. Yeah. The technician arrives. What does he pull out? Gaffer tape.
Well, what about, though, if you know, there are some airlines, even if you're flying internationally, you know that the entertainment equipment's not going to work.
Yeah.
So You probably feel like complaining then because you'll have to raw dog it. No window.
Nothing.
No movies. Nothing.
You're flying Jetstar or you're raw dogging it.
Okay, kids, that's it for today. Come back tomorrow for more Jonesy and Amanda's Cutting Room Floor.